Why don't we start with a medium?
Okay. Let's do this one.
Okay.
I have to start the job first. Uh, Co-op mode on. Invite a friend. I want to invite mom. Okay. Invite sent.
Okay. Accepted.
See your name.
Yeah, it's loading.
Hey, I see you.
Yay! Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay.
All right.
Let's get started. The bird is going to get annoying.
Yes. Hey, Trico, what's up, man?
Hi, Trika. Yep, you're first.
Eating popcorn. Am I that entertaining? That's awesome. Oh, that's dirty.
So what do we do when our O2 levels get more depleted?
What are you looking at? O2 levels.
Yeah, it says I have a thing on my screen that says O2 levels 20% depleted.
I don't
It
have
says,
that.
it says your mission, an exploratory rover has been contaminated with a dangerous substance. No terraforming or colonization can take place until you have eradicated the threat.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's just a little dialogue box that's on the right hand side of my screen.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't have that at all.
Now it says, "Welcome to Mars, Astro Washer. We are extremely grateful you took the time to come all the way out here."
Oh, I think your I think your game is displaying the wrong text. Because this is there's a Mars mission where you have to clean the Mars rover, but we've done that one already. That's funny.
Hmm. Well, with all this red sand, this could very well be Mars still.
I mean, I guess it could. It didn't say it wasn't, so. Get up like this. Okay, clean that. Can we actually climb this?
Yeah, it's got a ramp on one side.
Oh, hey, look at that. Neato. Alright, I'm gonna start at the top then.
Okay.
Ah! Okay. Oh, this whole thing is the receiver. Oh. My God, Bird, shut up.
I know.
Says the receiver's still dirty, but I don't see any dirt. I guess it could be talking about this. Nice. Finished my taxes yesterday.
Oh, good. It's always a relief, isn't it?
Yeah. It's always funny when I have to do the part of my taxes that Twitch falls into. Because it asks me what category of income is this? Like, is it like what kind of a job is this that you're getting paid for? And then they have preset categories that you can select from. And the one that you're supposed to select is online adult video entertainment. Because there isn't one there isn't one that describes Twitch streaming that is any more accurate than that. Like, you are entertaining adults online with video, right? Yes. Okay, well that's what you put. I'm like, so I'm in the same category as like porn actors, and they're like, yep. All right.
Whatever, dude. Oh my gosh.
I always find that funny when I have to fill out that part. It's not a surprise to me anymore, but like the first time I did it, I was like, what do I put? Because they have some, like, obviously they have some jobs that are like put in there specifically. Like my full-time job is in there, IT support.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, IT support for my real job. And then I go to look up this one, and I'm just like, the
Porn
only
producer.
Well, there's one that's video entertainment, but that is that's if you make like DVDs and VHS tapes and stuff. What's a VHS tape? Shoot, nowadays it's what's a DVD? Isn't that scary?
Yeah.
Found it kind of funny because earlier today I was reading a tweet from the developers of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
They were at they were at another awards ceremony, getting more awards for how awesome their game was. And while they were there, they were like, "Hey guys, if y'all are interested, we're giving away partial copies of our official video game soundtrack on cassette tape."
Cassette tape?
Yes.
Who even has a player anymore?
I know. I was all like, wait, what? I had to like do a double check and go look. They had a picture of it. Sure enough, it's like a hi-fi cassette tape.
Oh my gosh.
And they're like, it's free. You just got to come by our table and pick it up. But there's a limited supply, so you better start running.
That is just odd.
I get wanting to buy it on vinyl, right? Because
Yeah.
there's something about the audio quality of a vinyl record that you just can't get on anything else. But cassette tapes are just inferior.
Yeah.
In every way. I've never heard anybody pining for the good old days of cassette tape.
Although there are people who collect 8-track.
Yeah. But that's like, I guess this is maybe like the new version of people like that. People my age who are like, oh, I really want to collect 8-tracks. They don't do that. They say cassette.
No, it's usually people my age that grew up with 8 tracks.
No, I meant this is people my age's equivalent to that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Shoot, I still have a cassette recorder,
Oh,
but
with like the
it's
microphone and
boxed
everything.
away. Yeah. So I could play cassettes if I wanted to, but I don't know why I'd want to.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, cassette tapes, dude. I know, right? That's like people our age being like, "Oh man, cassette tapes were sick," and it's like, bro, they weren't though. They were terrible.
Very low fidelity.
Yeah, bad audio quality. They were constantly like eating themselves in the players.
Yeah. You learn to always carry a pencil with an eraser around
Yeah, yeah.
to rewind the tape. Because if it spooled out, that was the only way to get it back in.
I did it with my finger once or twice.
Yeah,
that was a pain in the ass.
yeah, it is. So. I had the little recorder for when I was in nursing school. I would record some of my lectures. Especially the ones that were really in depth, like pharmacology and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
But you wouldn't be able to review your notes, and I wasn't real good on taking notes.
These are the drugs that react poorly with each other. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like that seems important. I should remember this. Yeah, I learned. I don't know if I ever told you this. I learned I have an allergic reaction to. Um, hold on. Hey, what was that drug that made me lose time? Flexeril.
Uh, Muscle relaxer.
Yeah. I took some of that once because I had like really hurt my back, and Cappy had some from something I can't remember what. Yeah, yeah, and I lost. Not only did I lose chunks of the day. No, not too relaxed. There's a difference between too relaxed and what I experienced. This is a completely different thing. I lost just like hours of my day where I was awake, but I have no knowledge of being awake during those times.
Yeah.
But in addition, I lost the sense of time. So, for example, there was one point where I was unresponsive, sitting on the couch, and Happy and her mom were trying to get my attention to be like, "Are you okay? Do we need to take you to the hospital? What's going on?" And they were sitting there asking me these questions, and they were like, "Hello? Are you okay, Matt?" And I distinctly remember hearing them talk to me, but that's not how they sounded to me. To me, they sounded like this. Matt, are you okay? What's going on? Matt, hello? What's going on? Are you all right? What do we need to take you to the hospital? What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking to myself, while I'm experiencing that, I'm thinking to myself, I will respond to them as soon as they stop talking. But for some reason, in my mind, they were just rambling at 90 miles an hour. And I was just like, oh my God, what's going on? Stop talking. Eventually, I got home because we were at my mother-in-law's house at the time. And Cappy brought me inside and sat me down at my computer and was like, all right, now you stay here. I'll be right back. I got to go to the bathroom. And she said when she came back, I wasn't sitting at my computer. And she freaked out and went outside, and I was sitting in the car. And she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm going to work. She's like, you don't have to work today. It's Saturday. I was like, but I've got to go to work. And luckily I was dumb enough. I didn't have my keys with me. But I was trying to get in the car and drive away.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't remember, I remember them talking to me at their house at 90 miles an hour, which of course they weren't doing. But I don't remember getting in the car and trying to drive away. So I was like, oh my, and then I slept for 8 hours in the middle of the day, which I don't do. And then I woke up and I was all like, man, that was terrible. I hated that feeling. And she was all like, you hated it. It's like, all right, let's remember that drug. And anytime some doctor's like, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to be like, no, you are not. You're going to give me something else.
Yep, that's an allergic reaction. Well,
it's a reaction of some kind.
It's an adverse reaction.
Yeah. It's not an allergy per se.
Yeah, I'm allergic to Talwin, which is another pain medication. And I don't know when it was. I think it was before you were born. And we hadn't been married very long. And I had my wisdom teeth cut out.
Right.
And so they gave me Talwin to take it home. And I took one and it was okay. No problem. Second dose I took, your dad was at work, and he came home from work to find me with my hands dug into the shag carpet for dear life for fear I would fall off. And my experience during that time was that I was on a speeding train going around curves at 90 miles an hour, hanging out the window, and it was just really weird. It was full hallucinations.
Damn.
And then I had the same experience with a drug called Tussinex, which is for coughing.
Are they somehow in the same family?
They use the same ingredient to mix the drug with.
Oh, so that may actually be the cause then.
Yeah, that's what I'm actually allergic to. But luckily, they don't give either one of those anymore. I think I wasn't the only one that had that kind of reaction.
Yeah. It may have been a relatively common reaction.
But
a little too common.
Yeah, it was wild because I was going to fall off the floor.
Luckily, you didn't have anything more severe than weird hallucinations. I'm sure there were people that would they would do that and then they would unintentionally, like me, try to go outside, operate heavy machinery.
Well, and it was lucky that your dad was a nurse and knew.
Immediately knew, yeah,
on.
You're having a bad drug reaction.
Yep. That was a bad trip.
Yeah, I've had... It's funny, because I have that reaction to that, but I don't have that I don't have a reaction to a lot of drugs that a lot of people have bad reactions to. Like I've taken Lortab many times.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't have a bad reaction to Lortab, but Lortab's an opioid, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, I'm not addicted to opioids, thankfully. But when I take Lortabs, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get
It's
it.
good stuff.
I get how people can get addicted to that because I'm like, wow, I felt. I won't say amazing. I felt like I didn't care about anything in the world,
Yeah.
and that felt amazing.
Totally mellow. Well, it doesn't affect me quite that way, but it does work very well for pain
Yeah.
for me.
I think I've taken 600s and 800s, which, to be fair, that's a lot of Lortab.
Yeah.
Is it true that a laxative is good as a cough suppressant?
I have never heard that.
Strangely enough, I have heard about not that per se, but I have heard that there are certain things that your body is physically incapable of doing these two things at the same time. So they tell you that if you have a problem with this, you should try to force yourself to do the other thing because your body can't do both. You're joking? Well, oh, yeah, no, I get that you're joking, but like,
I think it's more you would not want to cough if you've taken laxatives.
yeah, that's probably it. Yeah. I took a laxative. I'm definitely not going to cough now. Because if I do, I'm going to lose.
But yeah, I have to put that down every time they ask me what my allergies are. And then they always say, "What's that?"
Oh,
they
because
don't
it's
use it
so
anymore.
far out of use. Yeah.
Yeah. But I have to tell them anyway.
Yeah.
I can take all the normal ones that people are allergic to, like codeine or uh, penicillin and stuff like that.
Cappy has
No
a
problems with those.
Cappy's allergic to penicillin and penicillin derivatives.
A lot of people are.
I don't remember what we were at the doctor for, but I remember one time we were at the doctor. And the doctor got to the point where he was like, "Are you allergic to any medications?" And Cappy just went, "Nope." And I immediately piped in and I went, "Penicillin." And she went, "Oh yeah, penicillin. I'm allergic to penicillin." And the doctor went, "That one's important."
Yeah.
He's like, "That
You need
one.
to remember that one.
That one is in a lot of stuff." Yeah, apparently when she was young, she was put on like a really long dose and a really high potent dose of a penicillin derivative, and it apparently that like stunted her body's ability to use it properly, I guess. I don't know the terminology behind it, but I'm sure you know what I mean.
Basically, yeah. But a lot of people have, severe reactions to penicillin.
Like anaphylaxis and stuff.
They stop breathing and stuff.
I don't think she has anaphylaxis. I think that's the drug that gives her like skin to skin contact rashes and severe joint swelling at every single joint.
Yeah.
Uh, so, like, all of her knuckles swelled, and her wrist swelled, and her elbow swelled, and her shoulder swelled, and her knee, and her ankle, and all of her toes.
Very unpleasant.
And then, like, in the inside of her elbow and stuff like that, she got really bad rashes there. Because I guess something about the skin-to-skin contact made her get a rash there. And then she stops taking it, and like 2 days later, it's all gone.
Now that's a pretty good sign, all right.
Yeah, we actually had an experience where the drugstore gave her the wrong medication once. Let me tell you, I went in there and I gave him an earful.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be very dangerous.
Because they had mislabeled the bottles, and one of them had the wrong pill in it. So, like, one of the bottles said it was something, and the pill in the second bottle was actually what the first bottle said. And then the second bottle had a completely different drug in it. And I'm pretty sure that was the time that it was penicillin based. Because we were, like, looking up what the pills said, because we were like, something is wrong here. What the hell is this?
Well, luckily that's very rare that
Yeah.
happens, because
That's
they're taught from day
That's
one.
Pharmacy 101.
Yeah, be very careful.
Yeah, they're lucky that she wasn't deathly allergic to it, because it could have killed
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, that'll lose the pharmacist his license real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I think I've got all the base done.
Okay. I'm up here at the top. Oh, you're on the second level now?
Yeah, I'm on the ramp.
Look up the stairs. Hi.
Hi!
I got all the stuff outside of the dish done, and I'm working on the interior of the dish right now, and then I'll go down there and work on the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, once Mom pointed it out, Matthew, I felt really dumb for not getting the joke. My mind was just so into the conversation that I was all like, I remember hearing something like that. I just can't remember what it was.
I didn't even realize it was a joke, to tell you the truth. Because people come up with some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Believe me, nurses see it all.
I fell on my shampoo bottle. No, you didn't.
That was not how that happened.
Look, I get it, you're embarrassed. But we don't care, honestly. We used to watch, back when they had this on TV, Cappy and I used to watch that Real Life in the ER stuff.
Yeah.
And one of my favorites that you would hear all the time on there is the doctors would go to people and be all like, have you taken any drugs? Like illegal drugs. And like 99 times out of 100, the people would be like, no, no, absolutely not. And then they'd come back and they'd find like, yeah, this person's got like heroin and cocaine in their system really bad. This is like, we're going to have to adjust our...
Yeah, it's like, dude, I'm not the cops.
Yeah.
I'm just wanting to know what you've got in your system.
But every time they would look at the person afterwards and be like, did you take drugs? Like, they'd already get the test results back. The person would be like, no. And it's like, look, I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I'm trying to make sure that I don't give you medicine that kills you. And then as soon as they'd say that, most of them would be all like, yeah, I did heroin. Okay, cool, thank you. That's all I wanted. Like, if the cops want to arrest you, that's between you and the cops. I want to make sure you don't die.
Not on my watch. Too much paperwork.
Yeah, I was just going to say, do you know how much paperwork that is?
We used to have, just for everybody else's information, I worked on a urology floor as a nurse. And we used to get male university students in for circumcisions.
Male university students. Interesting.
Well, what it was they had never been circumcised. And suddenly they get away at college and they're sexually active. And they get themselves infected somehow. I mean, not necessarily a STI, but just, an infection.
An infection, yeah.
Yeah. And so they end up, the doctor tells them, you need to, get circumcised so this doesn't happen again. So they'd come in and get circumcised. Boy, were they embarrassed.
Well, yeah. You don't want anybody that you're not... You don't want strangers just looking at your junk.
We saw so much junk that it just was nothing.
Yeah, but the people don't get that. They're not thinking like that. They're not like, this person works in the urology department. They've been here for like 2 years. They've seen more penises than the average human being does in their entire life.
Yeah.
And they're sitting there being all like, I don't want you to look at mine. It's all like, I've seen way worse. Don't worry, it's fine. Whatever's wrong down there, I've seen it.
And during this same period that I was working on the urology floor, my dad would not allow me to watch the cat have kittens. That was not appropriate. I thought, well, all right, I'm not going to tell you what I do for a living. We were referred to as pecker checkers. They would call us from other areas of the hospital to come look at people's junk. Hey, there's something weird about this guy.
Can you come look at this and tell me if this is really weird or if this is just
Come check out this pecker, would you? Oh my gosh.
You're like, oh boy, can I?
Whoopee. Yeah, we get these guys in that thought it would be fun to flash all the nurses, and we just go, please. put that away.
Where is it?
Oh, my favorite story is the guy that came in to have kidney surgery. And so most guys that had that kind of surgery would have a huge bandage covering their incision. So I needed to change this guy's bandage, and he thought he was hot stuff. And so I said, you know, I had all these bandages, just huge ones and everything, and I went back in, and the guy threw back his covers, and he was buck naked underneath. Wanted to flash me. And I looked at it, and all I saw was the incision, which was very small. And I said, oh, that's not very big. He made me go get another nurse.
Well, that's what he gets. What does he expect? What does he think that the nurse is gonna come in, see his junk, and be all like, "Oh my, let me close the door." Yeah, because you're not thinking, "Let me look at this guy's junk." You're thinking, "Okay, I need to change the bandage on this incision. Where's the incision?" And he essentially flashes you, and you just look at the incision because that's all you're interested in.
That's all I wanted to see, and that's all I saw.
And you're all like, "Oh, that's not too bad. That's a small.
Very big.
That's real small. This will be easy. Get out of here." I don't know why he's so upset. Why is he so mad? Then you think about it later, and you're like, "Oh, I get it."
Oh gosh. It's your typical "that's what she said" thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's not very big. Got him. That's when you go get a male nurse.
Yeah.
This guy said he wanted a different nurse. I just assumed he didn't want a lady.
We'd get guys straight from the emergency room sometimes that had to come in to have various objects removed from unmentionable places.
Yeah, various orifices.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, how did you get a hairbrush in there?
I slipped. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. One time that guy had to be taken to surgery to have something removed like that, and the object was sent to the pathologist, who did a very in-depth report on on this object as to its composition and condition, and and that became a part of the patient's record.
Awesome. So you go in there to check on him. So I see there was a hairbrush stuck in. Yeah. At that point, what are you gonna do? You can't really.
Yeah.
You're just like,
There's no explaining that away.
yeah, right.
I have to admit, it was fun working on a urology floor because everything was just kind of silly.
Was that the same? Were you working on the urology floor at the same time as the time Dad held that doctor over the staircase?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. Yeah, we had a anesthesiologist who was a grade A asshole and loved to make nurses cry. He did that once too often with the ICU nurses. And your dad was the charge nurse of that area, or supervisor of that area. And one of his nurses was threatening to quit because of this guy. And he just grabbed him by the lapels, propelled him towards the 5th floor staircase, held him over the edge, and gave him a little nudge, and he stumbled down about 2 levels. And then he just quietly went to the phone, called up the hospital
Like, hey, I just
administrator.
Assaulted a doctor.
Hey, I just pushed Dr. So-and-so down the stairs.
What?
And no, they didn't even say that. They just kind of gave a big heavy sigh and said, "Is he all right?" Yeah, he's okay. Okay. I mean, they knew the guy was an asshole.
The 70s.
Oh, I know. It's...
Yeah, but that also goes to show, like, I bet you the people in the administration office didn't like him either.
Yeah.
They're just like, is he dead? No, he's fine.
Darn.
Go check again.
Yeah. We'll wait.
Yeah, call us back later. I bet you that guy didn't come back up to Dad's area for a while.
Well, he would behave himself after that, because, you know, he could have gotten him in trouble. He could have gotten him fired if he tried to, but he knew he was being an asshole. And it probably wasn't the first time somebody had attacked him for it. But your dad never heard another word about it. I mean, he fully expected them to fire him for it. They didn't. Your dad always said that he could write a book about everything that had happened to him as a nurse.
Oh, well, yeah, he was a nurse for like, what, 40 years or something?
Yeah, something like that. Bird, I'm going to come strangle you if I can find you. I haven't even seen it yet.
No way. Well, it's also one of those things where it's like he could write that book, and every nurse that read it would be all like, "Yep."
Yep.
Did I ever tell you I ran into somebody at one of my customer locations that knew Dad?
No.
Yeah, I we used to do the IT work for for a pathology lab here in town,
A
and
what?
a pathology lab.
Oh, a pathology lab.
Yeah, and I was about to say their name, and then I was like, hold on, don't say.
Yeah.
Um, we don't do their IT anymore, but yeah, I was talking to this one lady one time that worked there, and I was like, yeah, my dad used to work at the hospital here, and I told her what floor he worked on and all that stuff, and she's like, wait, because she knew my last name, and she was like, was this your dad? I said, yeah, that was my dad. And she was all like, oh my god, he was hilarious. And I was all like, wait, are we talking about the same person? It's like, everybody loved him. He was great. How's he doing? Oh, he's dead. What? I was like, yeah, he passed. And then I gave her the whole story. She was like, you said that so straight, so deadpan. And I was like, I know, it's like one of my coping mechanisms. It's fine. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, he's dead now.
yeah, well, he's dead now, so. She was like, everybody knew who he was.
Yeah. He was always popular everywhere he went.